What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. If you guys can't tell, I'm still sick, so I sound a little funny. But anyways, like I mentioned in the last video, we have a lot more mods to do on this G80 M3, and I don't want to waste any more time. I just want to get right to them. So today we're going to be installing another aesthetic mod. As a matter of fact, one of the last carbon fiber mods that I have for this G80 M3. If you guys are new to this channel, one, welcome. But this is a 2023 G80 M3 competition with X-Drive, and I've done a whole bunch of carbon stuff, like a diffuser, splitter, side skirts, and then some stuff on the front end like a front lip, grill, inlets, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we've definitely done a lot to this car in terms of carbon, but today we're going to be doing something else. Like I said, one of the last mods. That's good news and bad news. It's bad news because obviously changing this car aesthetically has been really fun, and I think the car looks totally different. But it's good news because that means we can get into some more performance stuff, maybe like lowering springs, air intakes, tunes, stuff like that. So if you guys want to see all that, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. But anyways, with that said, let me just show you the mod for today. Well, it's actually, I should clarify, it's actually technically two mods, and both of which are from none other than Keys Motorsports. So huge shout out and thank you to Keys for sending these out to me. If you guys want either of these mods or pretty much anything else that I've done to this M3, because they're all also from Keys, I'll leave links down in the description below. But anyways, what these are carbon fiber winged mirror caps. So outside of the packaging, you can see them a lot better. If you guys can see, these are genuine carbon fiber. I think this is gonna look really good. It's not gonna be the most crazy mod on the car, especially considering the car is black. If you guys don't know, the mirror caps already have the same design. This one's just really gonna be carbon fiber. So again, not the biggest difference, but something else we're gonna be changing, not just the mirror cap, we might as well change the turn signal. If you guys can tell, this one is chrome. Well, it's not chrome, but it is silver-ish. But we're gonna be swapping out for a smoked out one. That is what's inside this box, which don't know if I'll be able to open with one hand. So here it is. As you guys can see, this thing is smoked out. And something I should clarify, this one's also sequential. So it's gonna kind of like blink going across, whereas the ones currently on the car, they just flash. So not only are you getting the smoked out look, but you're also gonna get that sequential style, which should make it look cooler. And again, since we're gonna be changing these out, we might as well change these ones because I don't want to deal with taking off the mirror caps again just to change this later on. I would highly recommend you guys doing the same, but totally up to you. If you guys want either of these mods, again, links down in the description below. If you want to do just the mirror caps, you're more than welcome to. You definitely don't have to do this mod. Now, before you guys start this yourself, you do need a few tools. Nothing crazy, but you do need a few. For instance, you need as wide as you can get of a trim tool, and then you also need a set of Torx that has a T9, because to remove the turn signal, it has two T9 screws holding it in. Now, to install this, it should be pretty easy, but I will say this is not for the faint of heart, because to do this properly, you do have to remove the glass on your side mirror. And as you guys can tell, or probably you can guess, these things are not cheap. There's some technology going on here with the blind spot monitoring and all that. So as you guys saw, I removed the glass on the mirror cap. That was actually pretty easy. Now, normally I put like a microfiber cloth to make sure that this doesn't hit the paint, but you guys can see this is hanging pretty low, so I'm not worried about it hitting anything. So now, not sure how well you guys can see this, we have a main clip right in here. It's basically these two pieces that like squeeze in together, so you have to like squeeze them apart to release it. Same thing on this side as well as this side. Then again, you have a whole bunch of minor clips which you can't really see from here. I'm gonna try to release it with my fingers and then also pull back on the mirror cap. Alright, so you guys can see I pulled the mirror cap away from the car. Now, you can tell the signal is actually attached to the mirror cap itself rather than the housing. But what we have to do is disconnect this connection right over here. So to remove this, I would like to tell you guys there's a graceful way of doing it, but you kind of just have to pull on it. So I'm actually gonna take, let's see, maybe if I can actually take the trim tool and use that to help me out here. All right, so that worked a lot better. Take like a Torx bit or something, put it in this groove just like that, and then lift up and away. I used the trim tool, guys, and I kind of broke it. Not sure if that's gonna affect me in any way. Like, there was a little piece right over here, but yeah, I kind of broke that off. Hopefully that's not important, but only one way to find out. So now with this mirror cap out of the way, we can go ahead and start assembling the new one. Of course, taking our new turn signal and installing it. If you guys are not gonna be getting the turn signal, just make sure, you know, obviously you take off the one from this one and you put it onto the new one. Anyways, it should be pretty straightforward. It kind of just goes on one way, but just make sure you have the right one for like the left or the right side of the car. Again, this should really only be able to go in one way, so you shouldn't be able to mess it up, but knowing myself, I'll probably find a way. Now the next thing we have to do is again take our T9, take off the 2 screws holding in this turn signal, and then just transfer those on to our new one. So as you guys can see, the new mirror cap and turn signal is now assembled, but before I actually go ahead and install it on the car, I can quickly show you guys a before and after of the old one and the new one. So you guys can see, of course, just gloss black as opposed to carbon fiber. Then you have more of the silver turn signal, of course more of a classic style as well, the way that it blinks, compared now to the smoked out one, which again is sequential. So definitely not a major difference, but one that I think is gonna look really good on my car, especially considering all the other carbon on it. So regardless, I'm super excited about it. And overall guys, it's been a pretty easy install, so it's not even that labor intensive. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Anyways, with that in mind, let's now finish installing this one, which should be the easier part of this all. All right, so at this point, all we have to do is plug this thing back in, line it up, and then put the mirror cap back on. But before I get much further, I'm gonna plug this in, and I'm gonna turn on the hazards on the car just to see if it's actually still working. Alright guys, that was mission accomplished. So now that we know that it's working, we just have to go ahead and finish lining this back up. This is a painful part of this whole process. Alright, so as you guys saw from those clips, I finished installing the mirror cap and we are all set. That carbon fiber looks really, really good. The smoked out turn signal is also a nice touch. And just as a reminder, you now get that like sequential effect as opposed to before when it was just flashing on and off. Now kind of goes, you know, side to side. So it definitely looks cooler, looks a little more classy and a little more expensive. Now I know this isn't a massive transformation. Overall, the design is still the same. It's still the same wing design, but again, you get the beautiful carbon fiber, you get the nice turn signal. So overall, it is a cool transformation and the installation really wasn't that bad. Also guys, before I forget, in terms of fitment, everything fit really well. Here's a close-up of everything just so you can see how this fits. One thing that's interesting about these G80 mirror caps is it doesn't encompass the entire mirror cap. It only goes up to like over here. So this down here is still gloss black, but I kind of think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, just in terms of fitment, you guys can see I have no noticeable issues. Now obviously it's not going to fit as well as OEM, but this is pretty darn close. By the way, I did finish the other side off camera and this side actually went a little more smoother. But anyways guys, as I'm sure you can tell, it's getting dark out. We're unfortunately getting to that point of the year where it just gets darker much sooner. It's only like 6:30 maybe. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about the transformation. Again, just as a reminder, this is not the last mod that I have for the G80 M3. I have one more carbon mod, which I'll do in a future video, one that I'm not exactly sure how I feel about, but I'll show you guys that in another video. Again, huge shout out and thank you to Keys Motorsports for sending these mods out to me. If you guys want these or any other mods on the car or the tools that I use, links for everything down in the description below. But anyways, with that said guys, this video is pretty much done and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.